We're ready to get the week off to a great start. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Here with the greats, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. I'm Brian Anderson, and Allie LaForce, our reporter. So let's take a look at the Los Angeles Lakers starting lineup. Reeves at the 2 with LeBron at the 3. Rui Hachimura is out there with Jackson Hayes. And it's Doncic in at the point. And for Boston, Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. The perimeter pairing, it's White and Brown. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position. Well, with all the battles past, Grant, definitely some history between these two teams.
Oh, BA, this is high level. You talk East versus West, that's usually championship or bust type aspirations.
Tatum against Hachimura. Porzingis surveying the floor. Here's Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
I'm not going to lie. Jaylen Brown, his hops are different.
Outside Reeves. Back to Doncic. White against Reeves. James outside. Clock at 6. Banked it in off the glass.
If you're the defender, what do you do there? How do you really play LeBron in the pick and roll?
Outside White. Back to Tatum. From the right block. Hachimura with a rebound. Now Los Angeles with it. James outside. Back to Hachimura. Doncic against Holiday. And they doubled up Doncic. Out to the wing. Brown against James. Shoots over Brown. Boston with a rebound.
Great contest of the shot. Kind of forced him to fade back more than he'd like.
Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
Now here's Reeves. Kicks it to Doncic. Jacks up a 3. Porzingis grabs the board.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Outside Tatum. Brown, a screen on Hachimura. Here's Tatum. And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him.
And it's clear that Tatum loves the mid-range, excels at recognizing when to shoot from there.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Oh, they get a hand on it. And he lobs it up, and Brown with the stuff.
And that's something that should really get Brown going. Alley-oops like that, that really helped the momentum.
Now let's send it over to Allie LaForce, who was able to talk with Joe Mazzulla.
He was just marveling at LeBron's ability to take advantage of any mistake you make, even a minor one. He said, if you're even a half step away from a guy defensively, LeBron will find that person. Coach is asking his guys to stay connected to shooters tonight.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Now here's Holiday. Outside, Brown.
Love the aggression from Brown. A tough cover for any defender out there.
Personal foul.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening.
At the line for the Celtics, Jaylen Brown. At the line for 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
free throw, good. Brown. You know, Grant, after losing in the first round last season, it felt like changes were inevitable for the Lakers.
Yeah, making the playoffs isn't enough for that franchise. They are all about championship success, and anything short of that is a failure.
Finney-Smith checked in for the Lakers. And both free throws good for Brown.
What makes Brown special is his blend of smarts and effort level. Not just an intelligent player, he also gives you a phenomenal amount of energy out there.
Now here's Doncic. Shoots over Brown. And here's Reeves outside. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And so it's Holiday who brings up the ball for the Celtics. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Brown. Some solid defense from James.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
Back to Reeves. Hayes with a screen. Just 5 on the clock.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Reeves against White. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Reeves has got 5.
Guy's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Now here's White. Still without a bucket. Drains the triple.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Here's Finney-Smith. Pass to Hayes. It's tipped. And here we go. The Celtics on the run. And the jam by Brown.
What an effort by Brown. Outrunning everyone else for that little solo break.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
You see yourself on the screen and you show us your best move. Let's go! Everybody get down. Show us the move. Next dancer.
Big group substitution here for Boston. Cornette's checked in for Porzingis. Horford comes in for Tatum. Hauser, he's checked in for White. And Pritchard is subbed in for Holiday. Vanderbilt's checked in for the Lakers. Vincent comes in for Doncic. .116 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Finney-Smith. Vincent with the ball. The 3 ball. And it's Cornette with a rebound. Brown looking around. And Horford powers it home.
Look at Horford just rocketing off the floor, putting the defense on notice with a big dunk.
Lakers trail by 8. Outside Reeves. James, a screen on Brown. From deep, Reeves. Gets the 3 ball to go. Reeves has gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
To the inside is Pritchard. And no good, trying to use the glass. Los Angeles has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. James passes to Vanderbilt. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. From deep, Reeves. The shot misses. Brown with it. Give him 8 points now. 4 seconds left. And it's good on the layup. Brown's got 10 points in the game.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
And so it's Boston closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Celtics.
So far, they've shown a terrific work ethic in transition, pushing the pace whenever possible and getting out ahead of the defense to score.
And they've done a tremendous job just creating havoc defensively. Active hands have led to tons of turnovers that they've capitalized on.
On the court for the Lakers, Austin Reeves out there with Gabe Vincent. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Connect, and it's Vanderbilt in at power forward. Pass to Connect, just 5 to shoot. Tatum with a steal. He's got a clear path. He's all alone. And Tatum finishing the fast break.
The two-way game of Tatum is just special.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Brian, it's great hearing Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to break basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast. The game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Brian.
No question. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let them get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Now here's Tatum. Pass to Pritchard. They set the pick. Fires from deep. He drops it from range. Pritchard's got his first 3 points of the game. Grant, there are such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, BA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. It didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
The Lakers with some changes. Hachimura's checked in for Vanderbilt, and Goodwin is subbed in for Vincent. Lakers trail by 14. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Here's Goodwin. That one's off. Still out of sync. The Celtics have gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. Tatum looking it over to the middle. Pass to Pritchard. Clock at 4. There's the 3. They get it back. Craig passes to Tatum. Tries again. Can't get the layup. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Finney-Smith's shot is off.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
And Richard, after going undrafted back in 2016, what a career for Dorian Finney-Smith.
Approaching a decade in this league. He's been a starter for most of that time, but he continues to be the definition of a 3-and-D glue guy.
Here's Reeves. After the basket by Boston. On the wing, Hachimura. Boston pulls it in. Craig's got his 4th rebound in this one. Reeves against Tatum. Here's Craig. And down it goes. Dumped it through off a beautiful setup.
Oh, come on. Just add vision to his perfect skill set. Like, when he's dropping dimes like that, like, Jason Tatum is a problem.
Now here's Reeves. Give him 8. Can they get it? On target from range. Reeves has got 11 points.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Here's Pritchard. He's covered by Reeves. Outside Tatum. Tatum barreling in. Pass to Horford. Here's Hauser. Off target from 3-point range.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Outside Finney-Smith. Lets it fly. And Craig pulls it down. Craig's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Pritchard. He's covered by Reeves.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Pritchard. It's good on the putback. And the Celtics lead by 17.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
Here's Goodwin, hounded by Tatum. Outside Reeves. The 3 is up. And Craig pulls it down. Craig's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Hauser passes to Pritchard. Tatum a screen on Reeves. Pass to Hauser from behind the arc. And the 3-pointer goes.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Reeves. 11 points in the game. Fires the 3. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Pritchard, no good. Lakers trail by 17. Here's Connect. No points so far. And it's Hachimura missing.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Pass to Tatum. And count that. 2 points and a chance for 1 more at the line.
Strong finish by Tatum. Nothing was stopping him there.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Porzingis has checked in for Horford. Jaylen Brown comes in for Hauser. Derek White's checked in for Craig. And Holiday subbed in for Pritchard.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
What strikes me about Jason Tatum is really his versatility. He's got any move for any situation that you throw at him. His moves have moves. His counters have counters. That is a man that can finish plays or make them.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Reeves against White. And out of bounds. Boston will have it.
For the Celtics, number 40, Luke Cornett.
Outside, Brown. Over James. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the Boston Celtics. They have a confident 20-point lead right now. Defense is setting the tone. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Thanks so much, Al. As you anchor that front court, what were you guys looking to accomplish in the first half?
I mean, we're just trying to play with pace, trying to dominate on the defensive end, get rebounds, make it tough.
Pace is key. Back to you.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot drums. Their measurement of the shot. Let's hear it for our contestants.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Nice game. Great performance by Austin Reeves.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. The two Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. And it's Porzingis in at the 5. That's the Boston 5. Now here is James. 6 to shoot. Out of bounds. It'll be Celtics ball. But how about LeBron? Even if he's no longer the clear-cut best player in the league, he can still take over a game, RJ.
Oh, make no mistake, he is still the best when he needs to be. Absolutely has a switch that gets flipped when he needs it. It's not on for 48 minutes, but he can definitely turn it on for a few.
Brown against James. Back to Tatum. To the left wing. For 3, Porzingis. Hachimura with a rebound.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Reeves, the pass to Doncic. Hayes with a screen on Holiday. And he's going for the oop here. And finished off by Hayes.
The instincts of Luka Doncic are second to none. Such a natural playmaker.
White looking it over. Pass to Brown. Tatum inside. Working on Hachimura. Offensive rebound. Back to Brown. White with a screen on James. Brown passes to White. Over Reeves. White can't hit. Lakers trail by 18. Here's Reeves. Back to Doncic. Puts up a deep 3. Porzingis grabs the board. The Celtics have gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. Tatum passes to Holiday. Back to Tatum. And here's Brown for 3. And that's his third miss in 7 attempts. Los Angeles shooting only 33%. Not exactly consistent offense. Boston leading by 18. They kick it out to Porzingis. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron.
So smooth off the catch. Porzingis is excellent at judging when to take quick shots.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Pass to Doncic. Shoots over Brown. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
Great play by Porzingis. Love seeing the zinger engaged on D.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, "I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something."
Well, it's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie. And when Porzingis can be a third option on a team, he is deadly and efficient, RJ.
We've always seen Porzingis as the guy or as a second option. But when he has elite teammates around him, he really flourishes. I love how physical James is. Terrific at getting defenses to foul.
James
Take a break.
taking 2 shots.
2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
What I appreciate about LeBron is how much he loves being a leader. He knows how much his teammates count on him.
Pritchard's checked in for Boston. And the Lakers also making a change. Finney-Smith's checked in. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Boston leading by 20. Here's Pritchard. 5 points in the game. And here's Brown for 3. Hey, shooting the ball well. He's 5 for 9 in the game.
And so far, Brown has been dialed in and is showing no signs of letting up.
And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And the bucket is good. Doncic has got his first points of the game.
Oh my, tight defense, but Doncic just muscles it in.
Pass to Pritchard. Left side Porzingis. And here's Tatum. The 3 is up. It's Hayes with the rebound. Holiday against Reeves. Now here's Doncic. Knocks down the triple. Doncic has got 5 points in the quarter.
Encouraging to see Doncic sink the 3. Needs to keep doing this now.
Brown against James. Outside Tatum. Shot clock at 5. Set it up with a fake, but it's offline.
Most nights this shot would have been his, but the defender gave him just enough trouble.
Doncic, no good. Celtics lead by 18. Puts it up from 17. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Tatum's got 11 points.
No, this man Tatum can strike so quickly. He can just stop, pop, and pull up on a dime.
James, and Porzingis with the block. Brown with it. Now Doncic defending. Brown, that's good.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Now here's Reeves. 14 points for him. Back to Doncic. With the fadeaway. And that one good. 7 points in the game.
Yeah, from a tough spot on the floor. Luka's shooting ability on display right there.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Outside, Brown. Hits the trifecta.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Here's Doncic. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron. Doncic has got 9 points now in the quarter.
This dude is capable of some memorable moves. He's showing off and having a little fun.
It's been all about Jaylen Brown for the Celtics. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be back in a moment. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime-dropping ability.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And so in the game for the Lakers, at the forward slots, it's LeBron and Hachimura. Then it's Gabe Vincent. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Goodwin in at the 2.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
James, outside, fades. Boston pulls it in. Tatum's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Shireman. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's on LeBron James. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Boston.
Oh, they've done a lot of damage in transition. Every time they see a chance to push the tempo, they're gone.
Well, another area they've been productive is off of turnovers, scoring many times after forcing the ball out of their opponent's hands.
The first one falls. It's both from the stripe. And James has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. And a nice finish on the layup.
Yeah, just too much big boy basketball by LeBron James, just bodying defenders inside.
There's Tatum with the 3. Hits a three-pointer.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
Here's Goodwin. Pass to James. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Boston has got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum. So both teams making some changes here. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. And here's James. And he gets it to go.
Hey, if you give him room, he's going to score the ball.
Celtics lead by 22. Up top, Tatum. Hachimura covering. Kept alive. Here's Cornette. And he battles for the ball. Gets the second chance bucket.
And that's a backbreaker for the defense. I mean, offensive boards like that run momentum against you.
And you can see them just deflate after giving up that score. And they know that they can't dig themselves out of this hole if they're allowing second chance points.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Second team foul. At the line for your Celtics, Davison. At the line for 2 shots.
First free throw is good. The Celtics making a switch here. Holiday is checked in. And a new group getting ready for the Lakers. Hayes is checked in for Finney-Smith. Connect comes in for James. Austin Reeves is checked in for James. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Vincent. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Richard, it's nice to have the versatility of a guy like Hachimura. Equally comfortable at either forward position.
Well, he's got the size and strength of a modern-day NBA power forward, but he also has the ability to stretch the floor and knock down a three. That's a nice combo. Mercy, Jason Tatum is a bad man.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Outside Reeves. Hachimura outside. Nails it from beyond the arc. Hachimura's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Hachimura against Tatum. Got it. Good job in the low post.
The efficiency from Tatum on the offensive end is terrific, not letting any scoring chances pass him by.
Doncic passes to Hachimura. Here's Connect. Pass to Hachimura. To the inside. It's picked off. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Tatum. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Tatum's got 11 in the second half.
What muscle on that finish. It's hard trying to prevent Tatum from converting.
Doncic passes to Hachimura. Back to Doncic. Releases. And again, it's the Lakers.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Tatum.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Doesn't go that time. Hachimura with the defensive effort. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the fourth. Outside Reeves. From deep. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Now here's Tatum. And the layup is good. Tatum's got 22 points.
What hard work from Tatum inside. Doing what it takes to find his shot.
Hachimura in the post. Pounded by Tatum. Tatum with the block.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Celtics.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Jason Tatum.
And he was getting buckets all night long, giving the defense that work.
Now here's Horford. Shot clock at 6. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Third team foul. At the line for your Celtics, Walsh. At the line for 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And that's good as he hits both shots. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Doncic outside. Back to Reeves. Six to shoot. Doncic is doubled. Hachimura finds James. And Los Angeles, another 3.
When you're guarding LeBron, you have to give him something. So the King, well, he'll take a 3-point basket.
Pass to Walsh. Here's Cornette. He's defended by Hayes. Here's Pritchard, and he drives in. Soft touch off the glass.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
Now here is James. And again, it's the Lakers.
It's nice they found their rhythm here, but the clock is just not their friend.
It's a shame, really. If they've been playing like this last quarter, they might be in a different situation right now.
Here's Pritchard, guarded by Doncic. So we see the Celtics taking the W here. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And let's reveal our player of the game, Jason Tatum.